Alrighty, this question comes in from a therapist who's been following me for a long time. Here's one for my homies. This one's for you. She writes in, I continue to love your stuff about money. Hey yo, thanks. I actually realized recently that my whole identity is tied into how much money I make and have, so that when my business is not in the place that I want it to be, I actually feel depressed. Not sad, but really like my self-esteem is low and I feel hopeless. I just daze out and binge watch TV. It is awful. I'm sure others feel the same way. How do we change our money mindset? This is not exactly a fee question, really, but I thought I'd throw you a curveball. Ha! Thank you for this curveball. And she's lining up for the pitch. And she's taking it in. Clearly I never played sports. That's not true, I swam. But swimming, is that a sport? I don't really know. It is a sport, it is. Don't get on me, my swimming buddies. It is a sport. This is a deep question, and I'm going to try to do it for the sake of all of you out there. I know that you're not the only one who struggles with this, and it's really important. Money is huge. I talk about fee a lot, but only as a doorway into all the deeper ways we identify. Our identities are wrapped up in our financial situation. So for folks who grow up with a lot of financial security, where parents talk openly about money, where one's needs are taken care of, where there is a definite safety net, a sense of safety around one's financial situation, those folks' identities are less tied up with money because they didn't have a constant fear associated with it. So for folks who are upwardly mobile, you're my peeps, you know who you are. For folks who are upwardly mobile, there are a lot more fear, envy, shame, guilt. All of those feelings that we have with money are involved with the financial insecurity that we experienced growing up. So inevitably that stuff comes into our private practice if we're not actively and openly addressing it, and it impacts the work we're doing with our clients. And it absolutely impacts our business, because it's not just about a concrete fact. You're creating value in the world. People are paying you for that value. You're using the things they pay you to build more and to create more of the things you love in the world, rather than it being kind of that simple x plus y equals w pi. I was also bad at math. It becomes a complicated, convoluted, confusing morass where we tie in our value, our personal integrity, our personal value to money, right? How do you solve that? That's a huge question, but here are a couple of things that I can offer you in the meantime. Number one, fill out the Fun with Fees worksheet and get real about the reality of your financial situation. How much do you actually need to be making each month to be able to pay all of your bills, including your retirement, including paying back your student loans, including not having to rack up credit card debt that's out of integrity if you're building up a huge debt that you can't pay back. Paying for your self-care, massages, visiting your family, being able to give back to charities, whatever, in the way you love, right? In the way you're passionate about. Figure out what that number actually has to be so that you can actually create a business that's in line with that reality, number one. Number two, find supportive colleagues who have struggled with money mindset stuff, who have struggled with having their identity tied up with money as part of their journey. If you know anyone out there like that, definitely follow them, be in touch, read the things they have to write, have conversations with them to understand how they work through this journey. Supportive colleagues. Number three, invest in people who are passionate about the subject, have worked through it, and have created material or have consulting packages around that. To that end, which is why I like this question, in October I'm going to be having an official launch of my Lean In Make Bank program for therapists. I launched it in June. I had a fantastic time. I took some students through a beta version, had fantastic results. I'll be sharing those down the line, having some of my students come on and be interviewed. If this is something you're struggling with consistently, if you know what you need to be charging, or if you can't even look at what you need to be charging because you're afraid, but you know that this is something you need to lean into in order to have a business that's viable and to be able to be a better clinician because you're not avoiding these topics in your sessions, definitely sign up for my mailing list at heytiffany.com. I will let everyone who's already on my subscribe to Hey Tiffany. I'll let you all know when the program is released. I have only a very limited number of slots so that I can make sure to give everybody individual attention. And we do have individual engagement along with group calls. I'll give you more information about that later. Make sure you sign up. If you're not already signed up at heytiffany.com, definitely go and just sign up for my free money course there, and you'll also be alerted when I open up slots for my Lean and Make Big program. If you want to get on that early bird list, send me an email and just say, Tiffany, make sure you keep me in the loop about that, and I absolutely will. So therapists out there who will remain nameless, those are my 3 tips to help you with helping work through your money mindset. It's a lifelong process, but there are actually actionable strategic things you can do so that you can continue working on your mindset but not let it hold you back in terms of building your practice. That's my answer to your question. Thank you so much for writing in. Thank you so much for bearing with my lack of sports ability. Okay, all right. Don't let Tiffany fool you. She's actually like a specimen of athletic prowess.